everyone, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with Austria in Europa Universalis 3. Yep, so we are... That's not me. That's Ulm. We are still at war with France. And, before I go off and hit the play button, I'm just going to go over what my plans are for this playthrough. And, Blowfly, considering your comment, I don't know how excited you're going to be. And I do realize you were joking about, you know, Austrians and Bavarians not being German. But anyway, my plan, first and foremost, is to get South Germany, so the South German cultures, mine. So I'm not sure if EU3 actually, it doesn't differentiate between them. That's okay. In Victoria it does. I think that's where it does, because you can get the South and North German confederations. Regardless, I'm definitely going to be keeping it on the continent. I want to focus first on getting rid of Aquila here, now that we've got a claim on Gortz with the beautiful gold mine there. Will be wonderful. And fish, whatever, it's just another port. But it does put us next to Venice, which is a very, very good trade port to get a hold of if we can. Venice isn't really a walkover, though, although now is better than when they blob out. Couldn't agree more with that. So, that's going to be down the way, though. First and foremost, once we're done with France, I'd like to try and get Gortz, and then concentrate on this area in here, really. We've already got... I mean, these guys are our vassals, I do believe. Yes, they are a vassal. So eventually we'll be able to do the annexation, I think. We can do that peacefully, and I'm sure they'll say yes. So we'll get even more gold, which is great, and more iron, which is great for our military as well. So once we get Triol in, we get Gortz in, we'll have, I think that's 3 gold-producing provinces? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. We should be rolling in cash after that. And we can diplomatically work on the South Germans, in particular, obviously Bavaria, but, you know, the rest of them too. And because of Austria's wonderful decisions with Hungary, we need to go ahead and get Hungary. How we go about getting that is, I'm open to suggestions. I don't mind taking the historical path via marriages and stuff, but that does tend to take a little while, and, you know, you never know if it's going to work out. So we might have to actually go to war with Hungary. Before we do that, we should get Triol under our control, and at least Gortz, so we can have the gold to do that. Once we get Hungary and can form Austro-Hungary, and get the big white blob going, then, yeah, I mean, the Balkans, further into Eastern Europe, maybe even into Turkey here, and do a little things in Asia Minor, possibly even the Holy Land. Who knows? I definitely want to keep it in Europe. I don't want Austria to develop into a global colonial power. No, that's not what I'm thinking, and I don't think that fits Austria. I think dominating Central and Eastern Europe is a far better plan for Austria. So that is the plan. We have tons of time to do it. I think Death and Taxes ends in 1929, so that's a long time. We've got a long time to make sure we're the central power. And there are converters out there, so if I get into the mid 1800s and I'm like, you know what, this would be better covered by Victoria, I might transfer it in. We'll see. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty long game. So strap in, everybody, and let's go ahead and unpause. So, in an effort to keep my quality of performance up, I've not answered as many questions, kind of leaving that for the Ask the History Nerd Anything, which I should probably do another video of. But in the questions, or in the comments, there were two of the same question, basically. Why do I like Austria / why am I a fan of... Damn it! What are they doing here? Not what I want. I can't even cancel that. Damn, okay. Well, there goes the 2 infantry I was building there. We'll, you know, we'll get our cavalry together. They should be able to sweep back and recapture those lands, I hope. So yes, so why do I like Austria / German history? What's the big deal? I can say, without a doubt, the reason I'm a big fan of Austria is because of Europa Universalis 2, actually. I started playing that as a little kid. Whoa, Salzburg is going up into Bavaria. Craziness. I picked up EU2 when I was really young. And the country that I liked the most... Retreat, 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 retreat! Did he retreat? Haha, good, okay. No. The country that I liked the most in Europa Universalis 2 was Austria. The big white blob in that game was something special. And it was, honestly, it was pretty easy to get. So, that's where my love of Austria started, but it was purely video game love, if that makes any sense to anybody. I wouldn't say I was interested so much in Austrian history at this time. It was really still more... no, we'll avoid that for now. It was really more of how successful you could be with Austria in the video game. It wasn't until I hit university that I started to get interested in German history in general, and more specifically in Austrian history. It was an area that I never really looked into as just a you know, a nerdy history kid. For me, and I hate to say it, but you know, German history was all World War II and Nazis, and to a lesser extent World War I. So not really my proudest outlook on history, but hey, I was a kid, so it can be forgiven. It wasn't until I started taking actual legitimate history courses, because, believe it or not, we don't cover German history in Canada, which might shock some of you, it might not. Probably doesn't shock any of you. Anyway, ooh, we're getting really low on money there. Okay. Well, we'll be fine till the end of the year, and we can get some more infantry. In the meantime, what have we got? 3,000 and... Have I got a leader? Can I get a better leader? Yes, but I need 55 gold for it, so... Strap in, Leopold Wilhelm Stichsenstein? Butchered that name, I would imagine. Yeah, so it wasn't until I started learning about German history itself that it got really, really interesting. And it's a fascinating region in Europe. You know, they didn't become a nation. Like, today we look at Germany, or we look at Europe and we think, what are the major nations of Europe? What are the linchpins of continental Europe? And it's France and Germany. Those are the two big guys. You know, like, Italy's there and everybody knows Italy, but you know, when it comes to European affairs, Italy's not doing much. Neither is Spain. Like, they're there, they're great, they're big countries, people know them, but... That's not what I'm hmming about. Brandenburg wants an alliance, does it? I mean, it's not a bad idea. Really? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That sounds like a good idea. We might be able to involve them in the war with France. That would be fun. Where was I? Damn my train of thought. I seriously can't remember what I was talking about. Ho-hum, right, European nations. So the big players in Europe today are France and Germany. When you take a look at what's going on politically with the EU and all that, that's what, you know, that's the, those are the big two players. 200 years ago, the idea of a German nation was laughable. So, like that, just that in itself, that they didn't become a nation until 1871, that fascinates me. How could that happen? I mean, it makes sense for there to be a singular German nation. Come on, beat back the French! No. Haha! Victory! Excellent! Okay. Let's gather up our infantry. Thank you. So yeah, lack of a German nation. And how it went about forming, and how difficult it was to form, you know, the, well, I guess when Bismarck formed it, it pretty quickly became the Empire of Germany, but, you know, even in, well, before the First World War, and during the First World War, there really wasn't a sense of a German nation. It really was a German Empire made up of many different states, where they all happened to speak the same language. So, for me, it's just a really fascinating history of a geographical region with a group of people who, for all intents and purposes, should be a nation, and yet they're one of the youngest nations of Europe. So it's just, that fascinates me. And, yeah. That's where, you know, where's my interest in Germany sort of stem from. And then, once you get learning about what goes on in Germany, I mean, it's incredible. There are so many fascinating events that happen in Germany that, you know, it's a neat region to study. It's not as exciting as Russian history. If you're the type who thinks, oh, you know, history's boring, and, you know, it's just names and dates, go read up on Russian history, and, you know, every 100 years or so, there's something crazy happening in that country, and it's amazing. So if you think history's boring, I don't know why you're watching my channel, but if you do, go read up on some Russian history. No, you're not gonna win this one, France. So that was a short and kind of meandering answer to why I like Germany, I think. If that... Oh, damn phone. I don't know if it picked up on that, but my phone wanted me to say a command. Switzerland has honored their military alliance with France. Thanks, Switzerland. It's great. It's wonderful. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, well... Damn it. Why would the Swiss fight with the French? And another question that came up in the video was a request for a Total War video. There's a very good chance, once Rome Total War 2 comes out, yeah, that I can almost guarantee I will do a series on. Rome Total War 2, you will see the history nerd playing it. So huzzah for that. Before then, yeah, there's always a chance. I'm not sure which one to do though. There's too many of them, and I'm really not good with many of them. So, you know, if there's in particular, if there's an overwhelming response of, we want to see you play this, then yeah, I'll give it a shot. Let's see, I've got Empire, I've got Napoleon, I've got Medieval 2, I've got Rome, and I've got the original Medieval kicking around somewhere. I could give that an install if you guys want to go way back. But yeah, I could certainly do that. I mean, we're almost up to 150 subs, so why not do that for a celebratory video? And this series I will actually complete, unlike my other celebratory series, which never seem to get done. But if there's a Total War you guys want to see, let me know, and I will do my best to throw a series up for you guys. But yeah, definitely Rome 2 Total War, that will happen. I've been kind of bit on Total War releases. What really disappointed me was Empire. Empire was a big letdown for me. And I think the problem with it was I was kind of a fan of... Really? Nowhere, huh? So... why am I even at war with these people if I can't get to them? You should let me in your country. Thank you. Empire really was a disappointment. There was an old game called Imperial Glory, which... Yes, fall into my trap. Which was... It was really like a Total War knockoff. I think it came out around the same time as Rome. But it was set in the Napoleonic era. So it was like Empire Total War, but not made by the Total War people. And there were a few things in that game, particularly the map. So like the grand strategy part, where you do grand strategy things like your empire building. That was a lot better than Empire. And yeah, so it was kind of a disappointment to go to a game that was a lot more advanced in many, many respects, but the map part I didn't really enjoy of Empire. And for me, that's the big part of Total War games. It's not the strategy, or not it's all strategy. Derp. It's not the... Excellent. Thank you. It's not the battles that I like about Total War, it's the empire building. What's our trade sitting at right now anyway? We can't really afford to just lose... How much? Almost all of our trade research. Can we? Man, that seems stupid. No, we're gonna have to ignore them. And our stability will grow over time. So in a year, it'll be back up there. I'm fine with that. So yeah, the map part of Empire does kind of bother me. That, and for that time frame, and for that style of game, I like to play as Britain. And the fact that, despite it starting in 1700, the American colonies aren't actually a part of Britain kind of frustrates me. And I know that there's ways to go about getting it, but in my humble opinion, those should just be part of the British Empire. And so that kind of really killed it for me. Kind of really. How oxymoronic, I think. Oh, look at that. The Teutonic Order made it in. Alright. So where are they going to? Oh, come on. Thank you. No, you stay. We need that siege to work. Excellent. Okay, so there goes that French army. That should end that nonsense. And it looks like they've got a decent-sized military over there. No, Munich isn't ours. Hold up. Aquillan brigands. Are they even... Come on, seriously? Ugh. What are my finances like? Yeah, we can recruit some units. So what have we got? 3 and 3. Jeez. Alright, we'll match that. We'll match that. You brigands. Bring it on! Alright. Oh, you're going there. We will help out our... Whoa, 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 whoa! Where did the Army Royale come from? Get out of there. Holy crap. Milan, no. Florence, no. Hesse, no. Come on, retreat, 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 please. And they're gonna follow me, right? Nope, okay. Get you back there. Alrighty, who's that? Mantua? No. How's this coming along? Come on! Knock down that wall. Lovely. Why do they want that? Oh, that's why. Making sense to me. Alright, we can go to war against Thuringia now. Royal marriage with Poland, eh? I mean, that's... That's not a bad way to really expand in the East. I don't think it's exactly what I'm looking for at the moment. Really rather just sort of increase ties going on with Hungary. Witzelbach. No! Habsburg! Alright, let's... I don't think our standing, like, relations have anything to do with that. But I could be wrong. If I am wrong, like I say, it has been ages since I've played this game, please let me know, and I can, you know, fix that with the next video. Provided Hungary doesn't go to some... Who was it? Von Witzelbach? Screw the Witzelbachs. That's what I say. I mean, figuratively, not literally. Please, Hungary, don't screw the Witzelbachs. Screw a Habsburg, it'll be better for you. Speaking of screwing a Habsburg, that is another reason why I was absolutely fascinated with Austrian history. The way that Austria in particular was able to expand their empire, mainly through marriage. Sundgau. What have we got going on there? Where are you at? Up over here? What's going on? Ah, fucking Swiss. Institute Charitable Organization. The noble practice of charity is bolstered by every major religion in the world. It is known as zakat to Muslim believers, and features among the 5 pillars of Islam. Christian theology counts charity among its 3 chief virtues, along with hope and faith. Alms giving was equally widespread and regarded by Eastern creeds. By sponsoring our clergy to found orphanages, food banks, mounts of piety, lazarets, and other institutions, we are effectively helping to relieve a part of our population from the shackles of misery. Shackles, not shekels. Oh, less revolt risk, eh? We get in there. And that should drive the Swiss out. Come on, just drive them out already. How are we looking? We could use a little bit more organization before I throw you at the rebels. Actually, Baden would... It might not be a bad idea to start getting some royal marriages in this area here. That may have been a good one to take. 30, 31... You're ready! Attack! Alright, so they do have a general, which is a bit of a letdown. And I am attacking across rivers, which is not good, but thankfully... No, let me... Okay, so, yeah, but it's just cavalry. That's not too big of a concern. Nope. We're not ending the vassalization of Triol. Sorry, France, but that's not gonna happen. Why Crane? How many men? Can I just do this with my cavalry? Maybe let's merge those guys back together, and we'll just leave some... We'll bring some infantry along, too. Alright. There we go. The Bohemian army can go after the fleeing rebels into Crane. Yay! That's still holding out for years. Damn them. Yes, head back that way. Yeah, that is a fairly large army France has thrown together there. Back that way. Nope. Nope. Okay, good. Now, as long as they stay there, that should be fine. Just merge that back up, and there we go. Luxembourg, no thanks. Finally! 9 months now. Just retake our lands. Come on, boys. Just gonna try and keep my eye on these two sieges. Make sure everything's going according to plan. So if you're going to accept white peace with the Teutonic Order, God, look at the war exhaustion's already so high. I mean, it's higher in France, but I'm not sure why France is so keen on me giving up the vassalization of Triol, but for whatever reason, they're pretty pissed off about it. I mean, who owns this? Occupied by Switzerland. That could be a reason. Okay. So we've got that taken care of. Good. Now, what we might want to do is try and get the Swiss out of the war. So we will take the Habsburgish army and go to Triol to help them out, because they need help from their vassal lords. In fact, we should send him along. Oh, look at that. Austrian patriots. Hey, whoa, stop! We don't really want to fight the Austrian patriots. Maybe we won't. They've got my flag there, so maybe we can just support them. I hope. Hold out. We need some cavalry assistance as well. Well, and a general. That's a good point, too. Generals are important to have. Alright. So that's taken care of. The Swiss are going to Chur, so we'll go like that. Nope, don't need that royal marriage. Not at the moment. Fighting wars got more important stuff to deal with. Alright. We need some assistance. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Alright, well that's frustrating because I don't think... Well, that's better. Annulling all treaties with Alsace. I don't really care about that. The all my gold sucks, especially since it's only June. So I think we're going to decline that. Yeah, I shouldn't have ordered my infantry there, so we'll retreat them. Oh, you're coming that way too, eh, Switzerland? Okay. Damn it! Okay, let's do this again. Since cavalry is useless in a siege, we will do that, take the Bohemian army, and go into Linz to meet everybody. And that stopped you, didn't it? Because now you're going to Trent. Which is unfortunate for the Austrian patriots, but it's what it is. Alright, so that should be cavalry and the Bohemian army, so we will send that infantry army, oh, they're retreating, that way. Then we can take that one infantry unit, move them there. Get the KUK army to... Oh, look at Bohemia. Taking it to the Swiss. That's what I'd like to see. I guess we'll just move the KUK army up there. I shouldn't get involved in that fighting, I don't think. Lundberg, no thanks. Whoops. There we go. Come on. Alright, merge that together. How's that going? The wall's been breached, let's do an assault. Take that! Milan and Hesse, no thank you, and no thank you. Alrighty. And now we can... Because that's sorted. That's... So we'll do that, that, and then... Where do we want to move my cavalry to? Guess they can go... Well... This is what we should do. Them there, them there. Right. Alright. I think I'm going to leave the video there for now. So we've recaptured all the territory that we had not had under our control. I think mainly just for this video, unfortunately. So basically, we've got a slightly bigger army and we're right where we were at the start of the video. Yay! So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time.